Welcome to the FSM Sales Confessional, the show where real sales reps share their toughest struggles completely anonymously, from losing big clients to clashing with management or just feeling stuck. This is your space to be real. Each episode, I pick a few letters that hit hard, and I respond with honest, tactical advice to help you move forward. No fluff, just real talk. Happy Friday! All right, I got 3 letters that I'm going to read live, and one of them actually prompted me to create a new sales tool that I'm going to drop for the first time. So thanks for being here. Those of you that are here, I appreciate it. As a reminder, the FSM Confessional, this show, sponsored by Promo Corner. Thanks, guys. This is a place where sales reps, sales managers, sales leaders, anyone that's involved in the customer process, marketing teams, customer service teams, can submit a letter, and it's completely anonymous, and I'll always just give it my best shot to give you guys, some raw advice that, I think works in the modern day landscape. Okay. All right. So here's the first letter. I'm just going to kick it off. This is the first letter that I received. Here it is from Booming in Sales by the Beach. All right. Here's the challenge. I recently started a new role, and I am managing a new book of business. The business is great, but I want more. I want to grow and go after more clients, but respect the book of business I was given. How should I start growing my client base organically? Here's the question. How do I gain more clients? So I thought, well, I started to answer this, right? And I was like, I started to write down my strategy on what I did as a distributor to land my largest clients, which were, oil and gas and, healthcare and some entertainment. And so I said, maybe for the first time ever, I should put my strategy down on paper and give it away on how to land new clients from the ground up. All right. I'm going to call this the FSM New Customer Playbook. And really what this is a tool to help you identify and qualify and capture your next dream client from the ground up, whatever that means to you. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to give it away. I hope it helps somebody out there. Right. Again, going to call it the FSM New Customer Playbook. Here it is. This is really a blueprint, guys, for discovering and profiling and properly engaging a new customer in our industry with 0 leads, 0 help. Okay. To maybe a signed program or something. So we're going to get you some orders out of this. This is really built for a distributor at any level. Okay. This is for a rookie, somebody who's never been in sales, a veteran, maybe you're writing millions, maybe you're at the $1-2 million mark, or you're rebuilding something, from the ground up, right? You've lost something and you're rebuilding. So this system I'm about to give you guys is going to strip all the BS emotion out of it, all right? And replace it with the process, precision, and performance. Your performance, all right? So rise to the occasion here. I almost said the F word, but I'm not going to. Okay, rise to the occasion. All right. I'm going to break this down in phases, all right? This is to land your dream customer. This is how you organically grow your business. Phase 1, we've got to define this client of yours. We've got to define the prospect. We've got to define this dream customer of yours, okay? So the first part of this phase is we've got to identify your ideal customer profile before you even waste a second reaching out and engaging them and wishing and hoping. So first things first, we've got to decide what size client you're even going after. What does a large client mean to you? What is a small? What is a medium? When I was a distributor, a large client to me was nothing less than 10,000 employees, $1 million spend with me, somebody that can realistically give me 1 million. A medium size was different and a small was different. I had my own thresholds in place. So if you're looking to land a customer and grow your business organically, first things first, you have to decide what type of client you even want. For me, it was nothing less than 10,000 employees and somebody that can realistically give me 1 million. That's how I started my prospecting. I decided what the dream was to me. Okay. And it was that size of a customer. So first part of this phase here is define the dream client, the size, define the industry, define really what their spend range is going to be with you. I'm hoping they can give me, $1 million. I'm hoping I can get $500,000. I'm hoping I can get $100,000. Decide what you want out of this. Be selfish in sales, guys. Start to even make a list of people I want to know. If I in my dream world, I'd want to know the VP of marketing and everyone on their team. I'd want to know the gatekeeper to the event calendar. If it's blue collar, I want to know the person sourcing safety and the person who's in charge of the safety recognition program. Maybe it's two different people. So start to make a list of what you'd even pursue, and then set those thresholds on what you decide a dream client is to you. And then I would start to research their industry. All right, research their industry's pain points. You can use Google for this, super easy. I made some prompts for you guys that I'm going to share, but start to do a little bit of research, and you can even throw in this prompt, okay? This works swimmingly, all right? Pain points for, put in the company's name, pain points for this company's name, employees. Right now, it's pulling from Reddit and Indeed and Glassdoor, and it's pulling a lot of data and real life pain points that your prospects teams are dealing with. They're documenting this. So if you're watching this and you have a top customer, you can do this for your very best customer. You can throw in pain points for this customer's employees, and you can go back to your top relationship and say, hey, I have some culture boosting ideas. I have some ideas that we can, really boost your team's culture. Can I earn some time on your calendar? If you've read that your employees at this client of yours is having some challenges with culture or whatever it is, go bring it up. That's how you grow the business. Bring up their pain points and then sell into those. Okay. So that's what I mean by the first part of this phase. If you're looking for a new prospect, go shopping for pain points in their industry. You can put pain points in construction, pain points for construction workers, pain points for family members of construction employees. Ooh, that one's gnarly. You could do pain points for clients of construction companies. It's wild, okay? So really what you're doing is you're starting to define what this looks like to you and how big they are, who you want to know. And now we're defining what are some pain points that they could have that my products or services could solve? So you can translate those findings into really conversation ammo, like, hey, thanks for accepting my LinkedIn invite. I'm aware that your industry is dealing with this. I can fix that for you. Can I please earn time on your calendar? Or better yet, I built something that will help companies like you navigate that. I can share that with you. So align your capabilities with their challenges before you even engage. Do not engage somebody new unless you guys know this is the size I'm looking for. This is the pain points. This is what I have to offer. This is who I want to know. If you have not gotten through phase one, abandon. You're just wishing and hoping at that point. So the idea is for you guys to build this dream that matches your capability and your capacity. Don't just go after a new prospect to go after a new prospect. Oh, this sounds fun. Goodness, don't do that. All right. Do a little bit of research. So phase one, define the dream a little bit. Okay. Still in this process, before you engage this new prospect of yours, do not engage them until you've gone through phase two, which is you've got to audit your own house. Whew. Don't go hunting for new. If something is a mess, if your business is in chaos, do not go find a new customer right now. Okay. I would take some time to review your own website. If you work for a company, I've done some massive workshops in the last 3 weeks for major companies, and I spent some time on their websites before I even met with their teams. There were some cases where I reminded those team members, hey, remember your website has this, your website has this, your website says you do this. Go re-engage with that. Go spend time on your own website and your presentations. So here's my point, right? Spend time on your own websites, your own capabilities deck. Be comfortable with everything, find patterns. What am I not talking about? What am I not selling? And review your offering truly and identify any service gaps before this prospect might. Okay. So audit where you actually deliver well. Okay. And the objective here of phase two is for you to create a clear and internal, list of services, if you will, that truly reflects what you can confidently execute. Woo, that was a mouthful. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'm shocked too, guys. Okay, we'll get through it. All right. That's phase two, okay? Clean your own house. Do a base audit. My neighbors probably love me. All right, phase three of finding a new customer. Plan your engagement. Okay, decide what you actually want to sell before you step into this field with them. What do you want to sell them? You've already in phase one decided who you need to know, right? You've decided the services. Now we've got to decide what you want to sell them. So make a list. Trust me. I did this before I landed my biggest client, before I even engaged them. I was like chomping at the bit and like, no, I want to do it. And I stopped myself. I was like, oh, write down everything that I want to sell this client. So I'm going to share my list with you that I wrote down as a distributor. This is in 2019. Before I reached out to them, are you ready? First thing I wrote down was uniform programs. Second thing was recognition kits. Third was I put safety and engagement gear, safety, recognition, safety gear, branded anything safety. Next, I put new hire kits, intern kits. I didn't know if there was anything there, but I put down intern. Next, I put event and trade show, giveaways, impact goods, get the event calendar. Okay. So that's what I personally wrote down for me before I even engaged this customer. I decided what I was going to sell them. I planned my attack. You got to do the same thing. You guys come to me asking me how to land a big customer. This is it. You got to plan it. You have to earn it. Okay. So once you've made a list of exactly what you want to sell this dream customer, start to match each offering to their pain points. Oh, I can match new hire gifts and I can match safety recognition kits into culture. It says there's some issues with their culture. So start to call out what you have to solve their problems. Make a list. So here's the objective of phase 3, right? Have your like 3 to 5 key offerings like locked and loaded and aligned and like ready to talk about. Okay. So that is part of this process before you engage the client. Okay. Oh, phase 4. All right. Make contact. We're going for it. All right. After you've done all of this, you're really ready to reach out. I have a LinkedIn playbook that I'd be happy to share with anyone that's prospecting. There are some really nice cold call messages in that playbook, but all in all, I would use LinkedIn. Really I think it's like 60% of the buyers in this industry are women and they're millennials right now. I think so. A lot of them, they're on LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn. Everyone's on LinkedIn. We're all on LinkedIn. Great place to prospect. People trust LinkedIn. I trust LinkedIn. You trust LinkedIn. So it's a really nice place to network without desperation. All right. So use LinkedIn really as your scouting ground. Start sending some low commitment messages, right? I'm going to give you my LinkedIn playbook. Anyone that wants it, I'll give it to you. It's also going to be uploaded on the HPG website shortly. But a low commitment message sounds like this. Hi, I'm looking to connect with other marketing professionals in the oil and gas industry. Cheers to new relationships. Low commitment. You're just asking them to hit a button. I will accept. That's enough. They're a stranger. Don't ask too much too soon, guys. Okay. So that's a part of making contact with purpose. Be transparent. I'm here for this reason. And then stand by your word. Okay. If you are sending a low commitment connection note and you get that, once accepted, gradually start to build value through insight, value-added engagement statistics and case studies, and personalize that. So really engage only after they've accepted. And my approach is to call out their pain points. So my approach when I was a distributor was just going back after they accepted my invite and just saying, hey, I'm aware that oil and gas is dealing with this. I have some solutions. I can fix this. Can I please earn time on your calendar? So guys, right, earn the acceptance and open the door for a real conversation, not a sales pitch. Please don't sit down and vomit up your resume. They don't need to know you work with HBO and Netflix and all these other companies out of the gates. They don't even know you. They don't care. You haven't earned that from them yet. So this is a process to win over a new relationship. So I'm just going to call this out now. We're in phase 4 of my roadmap on how to land a new customer. This is a roadmap on how to build a new relationship. This is beyond landing a new customer. Don't word it that way. This is different. You're in sales. It's about negotiating and exchanging information and educating and active listening and showing empathy and strengthening relationships and building credibility and being transparent all the time. Okay. It's more than just a new customer. Geez Louise. Okay. So there's phase 4, right? When you're reaching out, low commitment. Phase 5, definitely run the numbers. Run the numbers on what you're dealing with here. Really, actually, now that I think of this, wow, I just caught myself. I'm going to swap this. I would actually do what I'm telling you guys to do now before contact, before you reach out, run the numbers. Sorry, I just caught myself. Hey, you're building this tool with me. Know what they can even spend with you before you even engage them. And here's what I mean by that. Leverage Google. It's free. Okay. You can throw in your clients 2025 revenue. What's your revenue? You can throw it in 2024 revenue. It'll tell you what they're projecting right now. I checked before last night, before I told you guys this, I checked this out. It works. Also throw in average marketing spend for your client's industry, average marketing spend for finance, average marketing spend for education, average marketing spend for construction, average marketing spend for real estate. Doesn't matter. It's endless. It's all there, but I'll give you an example, right? This is going to allow you to calculate the potential spend range and decide your realistic target capture, essentially. So I'll give you an example with construction companies, okay? Right now, I made some notes. Construction spending like 5 to 10% of their revenue, education 3 to 7, law firms 2 to 5, real estate 10 plus, entertainment 15 to 20, senior living 4 to 10, healthcare 1 to 5, automotive 2 to 4, mining 1 to 3, retail 5 to 10, and tech 10 to 15. So where they're spending money, I also have a list. So if there's anyone watching and you want this list from me, I will give it to you. Okay. So I've outlined where they're spending that money as well. So before you engage, and I caught myself, before you engage, do this, run the numbers. Have an idea of what's here for you, have an idea of what their pain points are, assign a dollar value to this customer before you engage. If I land them, I think I can get like 100 grand out of it if I play my cards right. So figure out what you can capture out of this. I'll give you an example. If you throw in your customer and it says their revenue was $5 million in their construction, they're spending 5% of that on potential stuff that you can sell them, potential that marketing budget, right? So you can start to figure out from there, what can I get of that? And that becomes your true opportunity and really your shared potential. So that's what I would do before I would land a new customer. Is I would take the time to estimate the spend by industry. I would plan basically this low commitment approach. After I've run the numbers, I've decided what I can get out of them. I've already planned what I want to sell them. I've made a list: uniforms, recognition, safety, new hire, things like that. And first things first, I'm going to audit myself. What do I truly have to offer? What can I truly take on? And also, what is my dream customer? Who am I really pursuing? So that's really kind of the tool. And I'd be happy to, touch on this anymore if anybody wants to talk one-on-one, but please don't chase accounts that don't fit you and fit your loadout and fit your capacity and your bandwidth or your skill set. You're just going to bleed energy and margin. Don't do that. Qualify really hard, sell super smart, engage with purpose. Don't waste people's time. This is a fantastic roadmap, and it's really a path for your next $1 million probably. So, okay, there's the first letter. I hope that was helpful. All right, cool. All right. I just started moving on right along. All right, I'm going to read the second letter. Okay, let me pull it up. Here we go. Woo. Confused online. I get this one a lot. And I'm so glad somebody submitted this, because when I read it, I was like, yes, I can openly talk about this, because I hear this quite a bit in my academy. Here it is from Confused Online. My company is asking our team to post more on LinkedIn and Instagram, ... Should sales reps create a personal/business Instagram account separate from their personal account? Okay. So I really thought about this one hard, and I thought to myself, your company wants you to post more on LinkedIn and Instagram, and you're coming to me to ask me if you should start a separate account. Whew, okay, let's start with this. It's my show, so I can share my perspective. The fact that you're bringing this question to me says that your sales manager never had this conversation with you. Sales leaders would have, though. Sales managers and leaders are two different things. Your sales manager did not build a plan with you. They didn't ask you what you're comfortable with. They didn't check your workload. They didn't make a space for your questions. They didn't check on you. And that's right here. So I'm glad you're here. I'm going to give you some clarity, which your leadership have given you. So I'm happy you're here, and Promo Corner and I, we got your back on this one. So first things first, I'll just also tell you, this sounds like an order, right? Post more on LinkedIn and Instagram. So I laughed because I was thinking last night, I was raised by a Marine, and if there's one thing I know about taking orders, and more importantly, how to seek clarity when those orders don't make sense. I'm going to hand this over to you. Okay. So if your boss tells you post more on social media, the first step is don't assume you know exactly what that means. Instead, ask for clarification. Okay. So here's how you can do that. I wrote down some notes here, 3 things that you might be able to throw to your leader. Can you help me understand what more means to you? Is that once a week? Is that daily? What are you asking here? Another question, because these are questions I had for you, right? I was like, what does this mean? Are you looking for more organic posts or me resharing the company content? Can I reshare the company content? Like, that's a good one. Here's another one. Can you show me an example of what a successful post looks like to you? So that's a professional approach to making sure that you have the clarity that you need. It also gives your leader a chance to clarify their expectation and define what success looks like to them. And then I think you can make a decision on whether or not you want to exhaust yourself with a second Instagram, or if this is something you can do from your own LinkedIn or Instagram, things like that. I also think that if you are posting, I think if you're getting vague orders with no strategy behind them, it might be a good time for this respectful conversation. But I would say, as far as like a post, goodness gracious, I would say case studies, testimonials, resharing your company's content. To me, posting more and sharing on social media does mean taking links that you see and sending those in a direct message to your client. Hey, I thought about you. Check this out. My company just posted this. I think that you're a candidate for this same service. Can we talk about it? Or look what somebody else on my team just created with their client. We posted. I think that you're a candidate for custom packaging as well. Can we talk about that? Leverage that to upsell and cross-sell. So definitely use social media. Please don't waste time. Leverage what's out there. But I'll tell you, I made some notes too, where sales reps waste time on social. Okay. Posting irrelevant content. If what you're posting doesn't interest you or help your target audience or even interest them, it's just noise, guys. Posting for the sake of posting or because your boss tells you to is not a strategy. And that doesn't strengthen relationships. It doesn't drive your pipeline, and it does not build credibility at all. It does not build trust. This is also where sales reps waste time on social. They fail to re-engage. So social media is not a broadcast tool. It's a relationship tool for sure. It's where people can comment and engage with you and reply. And if somebody's taking the time to engage with you, definitely in a timely manner, maybe just get back and just, they're there for a reason, Another place I made a note where sales reps waste time on social, selling too soon. Guys, don't do that. Social media is not for closing hard deals. All right. It's for opening doors, in my opinion. I think that pitching too early is going to turn people off. It would turn me off. Focus on connection before converting anything. Okay. And then another area where sales reps waste time on social is posting boring content. Okay. If you're just sharing articles with no insight or value add on, you're wasting your own time, everyone's time, really. So that's just my perspective, right? Add in your experience, add in what earns attention, add in perspective, be transparent. So there's just some information here for the person who asked this, wondering what the strategy should be. So I don't want you to spend time posting stuff that's irrelevant. Okay. I think that how you can actually add value on social media is, again, I'm going to bring up value added engagement. To me, that means something social proof beyond the product, something that's going to evoke the other party's emotions. So customer case studies, testimonials, recommendations, helpful tips, data, stats from your industry, stats for their industry, from our industry, behind the scenes looks at company projects or launches, all right? Highlighting your company's marketing services or your marketing teams or your own leaders, right? Holiday campaigns, things like that. So I think that your company maybe your company has some great marketing posts. Go leverage them. Grab the link from what your company is posting and send it to a client with a personal note. I saw this morning. My team posted this and I thought of you. Or, hey, this is, I think you're a candidate for this. We offer this. Should you and I be exploring this? So definitely, don't leave money on the table. Social media is powerful. It's incredible. Use it, but please don't waste your time, So let me give you my approach on personal versus business account. Okay. It's a common question. I get asked that quite a bit. And really, do I need two separate accounts? Here's my honest answer. Unless you're a content machine, it's tough. I tried it. I tried it on the supplier side when I was at Alpha. I had JQ at Alpha Broder on my Instagram. And then I went to DSG and I tried it there, JQ at DSG. And it was just hard, right? To manage two accounts and to double your workload and really get maybe half the engagement. Most of the audience I found wanted to connect with me, not the company me. And you might have that too, right? So unless you have a really defined strategy for separating them, stick with one platform and balance your mix of personal and professional posts. And I'm just going to call this out. Mallory Ibrahimi at Nadell, one of the VPs out of the Manhattan Beach office. I have been throwing her name out as somebody that should be on the online 18 list for 2 years now, maybe 3. But Mallory does a fantastic job of letting us into her family life with her amazing family. But also she does a really nice job posting consistent case studies, the same look, the same this. And it's just her Instagram's just night and day different. It would be weird if she was combining her work with her personal. So Mallory clearly has a defined strategy for separating them. So Mallory, you're amazing. Love you. But guys, definitely, really go into this, thinking about it. Bottom line, if your company is asking you to post more, seek clarity, post with purpose, and engage with being your authentic self for sure. Posting without a strategy is just noise. Social media is not about selling hard. Okay. It's about servicing, connecting, staying visible, and, long enough for the sale to come to you. There it is. All right, cool. Okay, second letter. All right, going on to the third letter. Cheers. All right. This one is also about LinkedIn. Surprise, surprise. Okay, this is from Lost on LinkedIn. Here's the challenge. When browsing LinkedIn, I tend to repost and comment more than seek out opportunities. I don't do a great job of asking for referrals. I definitely need to improve in that area. Here's the question. How do you seek out new contacts through LinkedIn? Okay. All right. So I'm going to touch on my LinkedIn playbook again. If there's anyone listening here, just hit me up. If you don't have the link, I'll gladly hand it over to you. All right. So here's how I would do it using my own LinkedIn playbook. Okay. Go to your, if you have a customer in mind, it could be a top customer you want to grow. It could be a prospect you want to target. Pull up that customer's page online. Okay. You'll see a bunch of tabs. You'll see about, you'll see jobs, you'll see maybe life, you'll see posts, and then you'll see people. Okay. So click people. All right. When you click people, you're going to see a search bar that will populate. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll see a search bar. Okay. Using that search bar and my LinkedIn playbook and the FSM trigger words, I'm going to brand everything, of course. Using the FSM trigger words, some of them are examples like HR, culture, events, brand, marketing, operations, budget, gifting, things like that. You can actually throw those words into the search bar and it will lead you to folks that you probably want a relationship with to sell them, folks that need to know you, folks that will probably give you some good insight. So using trigger words and that free search bar, go find people. Identify the contacts you don't know yet. And if it's an existing customer, you can go ask for a referral. Just tell them, I was on LinkedIn. I saw some people that I don't know yet. I sent them an invite to connect. Can you introduce me? Can you get me an email? Or can you tell them I'm coming? Or if you don't know them, do you care if I name drop you? So what you're doing is you're asking for a referral. It's low commitment. In my LinkedIn playbook, there's some talk tracks for this, by the way, but once these folks have accepted your connection, follow up with context, right? Be straight up transparent. I've been researching your industry and, I know that you guys are dealing with this and I help other clients like you, I can solve that. I can show you how I can help you navigate that in your own words, however you want to do that. And just ask, can I earn time on your calendar? So if you're being real and just telling them like, hey, I can solve this for you. It's very low commitment. Asking hard questions earns trust. Sharing, I'm here for you earns trust. Being transparent earns trust. So I would say if you're getting people that are accepting your invite, please don't avoid responding. Please don't procrastinate. Go back. timeline, just when you get some time, go re-engage them. If they've accepted your invite, go re-engage them. And I would definitely just call out their pain points. But that's how I would find new people, seek new people on LinkedIn, is go to people, look at that search bar, and then you can just throw in some trigger words. And it should lead you to people that you don't know. So what I do see a lot on LinkedIn is a lot of browsing, a lot of reposting, a lot of commenting, but definitely not a lot of prospecting. I think if that's you, right, ask yourself why. Like, why am I so comfortable just resharing? Why am I comfortable liking? Why am I not comfortable getting out of my comfort zone? Get out of your comfort zone. You're in sales. Growth will not happen in your comfort zone. Okay. So don't be sporadic about strengthening these online connections. Be intentional. Somebody will take the business from you if you don't do it. Somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else will go connect with your client and take the business from you. Okay. So my tactical tip, do the research. Just use that search bar. It's free. From there, if you are wanting to re-engage somebody that just accepted your invite, definitely just do a little bit of research on their company. You can grab 2 or 3 pain points. Mental health. I'll give you an example on blue collar. Mental health is real bad right now with trucking, loneliness. Injuries are high with construction right now. They're overworked, long hours. Their bodies are hurting. They're suffering silently at home. They're missing family events because they're in pain. Their backs hurt. So I think if you have, that in your back pocket, you can go back to this construction prospect as our example. You just call out, hey, I am committed to the construction industry. I help clients like you protect your teams, their mental health. Can I please earn time on your calendar? Whew, that's good. I'm never going to be a distributor again. However, if I was, that's what I would use. I would demolish construction. Woo! By the way, construction is in trucking have been identified as mental health is at its lowest, but also they're spending the most between now and 2030 on uniforming, new hire, retention, because we need truck drivers. So just a heads up. All right. So research the industry, call it their pain points, and then I made notes, just kind of a talk track here. Anyone that wants it, hey, I saw that your industry is facing this. I've been working on some ideas that could support teams that need to navigate that. So that's basically the kind of message that I would send on LinkedIn to build trust fast. I want to give you a prospecting schedule really quick for LinkedIn. On a Tuesday, I have what's called my virtual handshake day within my prospecting schedule. It's just the day that I send out like 5 to 10 invites on LinkedIn and hope that people accept my invite, which I call my little virtual handshake. But really, it's just to strengthen your online presence and start new relationships. I also have another day built into my schedule, which is Thursday. I call it introduction day, referral day. So this is the day that I was asking for 1, 2, or 3 referrals every single week. I was leveraging my existing network to expand what I had landed. So I'll give you an example. I had big oil and gas customer. On a Tuesday, I'd pull my oil and gas customer up. I'd go to that people search bar and I'd just throw in marketing. I'd throw in events. I'd throw in brand. I'd throw in just random words to see if there was anyone that I didn't know that had just joined the team. Always there were, all the time. And so I would grab some of those names. I'd send them invites. Hi, I'm a preferred partner of yours. I'm currently working with so-and-so, just looking to connect with other so-and-so team members, right? I'd insert the company name. And then on a Thursday, I'd go back to my greatest relationships there and say, hey, I saw there's some new folks on your team on LinkedIn. I sent them an invite earlier this week. Can I tell them that I work with you? Would you mind if I name drop you? Or do you know them? Can you confirm their email for me? Or do you care if, would you introduce me yourself? You do the work for the person you're asking the referral from. Yes. Wow. Anyways, but that's my approach. That's my referral strategy. Okay. You do the research on a Tuesday. On a Thursday, you're going in to ask for the referral. If you're asking for a referral from somebody you're negotiating, do some research before you negotiate. Go in with good judgment. Okay. So use the search bar. So there's the referral. There it is. Tuesday becomes your research day. Go identify the right people. Use the search bar so you can walk in with more of a targeted ask. And you can even, as you're hunting for new people, you can even start to think about it this way, right? Who do I not know? Who do I want to know? Who do I need to know? Who needs to know me? So start to think that way as you're prospecting on this new customer or your existing customer trying to grow it. Please avoid as you're growing your business, please avoid do you know anyone else that could use my services? Don't do that. Very broad and waste everyone's time and gives no direction. Okay. Use something strong like, I don't know your safety team. I want to be selling you your branded hard hats. Can you please introduce me? I want to see if that's an opportunity. Or I'd love to meet your HR team. You guys are trusting me with your event calendar. Trust me with your people. I want to be doing more for the HR team. New hire, welcome gifts, things like that. Who do I connect with? Things like that. So that's called precision prospecting, in my opinion. So specific questions will get specific answers. Okay. That was good. Specific questions will get specific answers. I got to use that more often. All right. And that's how you grow your business. That's it. Okay. Thank you for having me. Promo corner. I'm done now. See you guys later. Happy Friday. FSM Confessional. Thank you. I'm done. Bye, guys. Cheers. I'm done.